Hello, I'm Paul Engelhardt. I'm the Chief Operating Officer for Catholic Charities of Long Island, and for the past 28 years, I've been blessed to be part of this ministry. I think when we think about Catholic Charities, we think about individuals being served, and of course that's true, but it's also sometimes their entire families, so there's an exponential value to the ministry that we provide here in our diocese. Catholic Charities embraces everyone, Catholic and not Catholic. On Long Island, we serve people of all faiths, of all nationalities, in bringing them the message of Jesus' love and concern for them with whatever needs they might have. When Bishop Walter Kellenberg founded Catholic Charities in the Diocese of Rockville Centre, he wanted it to be more than simply a roster of social service programs. He envisioned it as a living expression of God's Spirit and compassion. And throughout its history, Catholic Charities has not only responded to the material, physical, and psychological needs of those suffering from poverty, disabilities, isolation, and abandonment, but also, and most importantly, Catholic Charities has been dedicated to offering the love and hope of Jesus Christ. In his first encyclical entitled God is Love, Pope Benedict XVI highlighted the importance for every diocese to have a charitable ministry that embodies the deepest, loving nature of the Catholic Church. He stressed that the staff of Catholic charitable organizations must be professionally competent, but also wrapped in genuine, heartfelt concern. Without this, those seeking help will not feel the love and respect they need to develop their sense of self-worth as children of God, which is so essential for them to become actively engaged in their treatment. This heartfelt concern was felt by a young man contemplating suicide due to his struggle with addiction. He decided to return one last time to Talbot House, our early recovery center. Though he had come 11 times before and left early, against his counselor's advice, the staff still welcomed him back lovingly, with the hope that this time he would succeed. And he did. A middle-aged woman who had suffered her entire life with mental illness and had received therapy from other providers wrote a thank you note after receiving treatment at our Medford clinic. In it, she described how her Catholic Charities therapist always ended their sessions by saying sincerely, "I can't wait to see you next time." No one, the woman noted, had ever said something so kind to her before. In big ways and small ways, the staff and volunteers of Catholic Charities walk with those whose suffering may be acute or lifelong. And their accompaniment strives to meet the expectations raised by Pope Francis in his first apostolic exhortation, The Joy of the Gospel, to provide a compassionate gaze and support and encouragement in the face of temptations to despair. Aging parents of a son with a developmental disability were overwhelmed with anxiety about his future, when they would no longer be able to care for him. They visited and evaluated every provider of homes on Long Island for individuals with special needs. Even though they were not Catholic, they chose to place him in a Catholic Charities home because of the quality of care they observed. And in his daily prayers, the Father has shared he thanks God for the care his son has received from the Catholic Church and the reassurance he and his wife feel knowing he will always be well cared for. As Catholic Charities of Long Island, we are privileged to be invited into the lives of our neighbors in need, to be the supportive hands and tender embrace of our loving God, and to enjoy the trust of so many individuals who sustain our ministry with their prayers and financial generosity.